Traveling Tall is brought to you by Custom Dynamics, Zippers Performance, Chromeworks, Redline Oil, Volunteer Audio, and Let's Roll. We about to ride, we about to ride.
I got to run all the way. Thank you.
All right, guys, today the build begins. You see behind me, it's not a Road King, it's not a Street Glide, it's a Road Glide. And the build begins today. First part going on this bike. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to stop and end the video for every specific part, so there may be several parts going on. Like today, I have like 8 different items. Won't get to all of them, won't put that in all one video, but I got like 8 different things that I need to put on this bike. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is getting the outer fairing off and taking the antenna off and putting an antenna delete on there from Harley-Davidson. Now, I've never taken the antenna off of a Road Glide ever in my life, ever. So this is the first time, and I hear that it is a lot different than doing it on a Street Glide. So I have to, it's just gonna be something new for me, and so we're gonna learn together, but that's the only thing that's basically different. So I got my tools laid out here. I'm going to get the bike put on the Let's Roll cruiser dolly and get started. I'm excited about it. Let me give you one more look before we make this thing into what I want it to be. There we go. There you go. All right, so let's get into it. So let's see here. There's my stool rolling away. So the windshield's real easy to take off. It's just 4 screws here. On the Street Glide, there's 3. But so do I have to take them all the way out? Yes, I do. And there's a washer behind it. Okay. Now, most people are asking me, when am I going to change out this windshield to something taller? Well, I'm not going to change it out to anything taller. I'm actually going to change it out to something shorter. I like the look of a short windshield, and I don't mind a bit the wind blowing on me. Doesn't bother me at all. So I'll probably go with Clockworks. Something shorter and darker. Maybe even paint it like I have on my Street Glide. That's easy enough. Okay, so there's some other things that I'm supposed to do. I don't remember. I don't think this comes off right away. Oh yeah, it does. That's easy enough. That's cool. All right, set this over here too. Okay, so here's my turn signal right here, and I have to come over here and loosen the turn signal screws in order for the fairing to come off. Unplug the left one. Okay, unplug the right one. So those are unplugged. This one had a little bit more slack than this one over here. Instead of using a pick tool and possibly damaging this grill, which I'm going to change anyway, you can see the grill, and I'm just going to put my hand in here and pop that grill out. Pop this out. That's easy enough. because I don't want to break any clips. All right, real easy. Get that, set this to the side. So there's the Harley-Davidson speakers. They're going to get replaced tomorrow. So we got to get, we're going to leave them in for now, but they're getting replaced tomorrow. I got to get this T, I don't know what that is, here, and take that out. There's also some on the little angel wings on the bottom part of it. So let's get these off first. Or maybe we'll leave these in and go ahead and get the angel wings off. All right. Get these off. These should be completely black. Probably look better black. I don't know why they're see-through like that. So now I'm going to get the turn signal off. I'm going to hold on to them because I don't know what they're going to do, if they're just going to flop off or whatever. So we'll see. Taking this off. Is a note? Nothing. Okay, I see. So they're made onto it. This is a lot more work than taking it off on the back wing, I'll tell you that now. All right guys, so I got both sides done. Now the only thing that's holding it on is this little T right here on both of the speakers. Then the outside fairing will be able to come off. The outer fairing, not the outside fairing. All right guys, so it's off. It's my first time doing it. It was definitely more work than taking it off on the street glide, but hey, gotta get used to it, right? So now that it's off, let me show you what I'm going to be putting on. This is what I'm going to be putting on right here. The hidden AM/FM WB, which is weather band antenna. That's coming off the back, and this is going on the motorcycle. So while I have this off, there's something else I'm going to be putting on the front too. Might as well go ahead and change out the headlight, so I can be complete with the whole front end for now on what I'm doing. So I got headlight, and I have this hidden AM/FM weather band antenna from Harley-Davidson. And of course the headlight that I have is an LED headlight that I have from Custom Dynamics. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to change that in just a second. I can change the headlight in a street glide like that. This looks a little bit more difficult. May not be that bad. Looks like it might be 1, 2, maybe 4 screws and disconnected, and seems like I'm good to go. But first of all, let's get this unboxed. By the way, if you watch the video where I revealed this motorcycle, you see where a good salesman broke my antenna during the video, and he said his response was, well, you're gonna take it off anyway. And yeah, that is true. I was gonna take it off anyway, but I still give him a hard time because he broke it. And I left that part in the video. Now this is what it looks like. You unplug the antenna from here, you plug it in right here, and this goes somewhere in there, and it kind of all rolls out here. These do on the side, and that is where I guess these are the antenna wires that go behind the fairing. And I hate an antenna on the back of it. And I don't even like the stubby antennas. I like to take the antenna completely off and put one of these on. Now you can do the whole thing where you take the antenna and hide it in the frame, but I don't want to do that. I take the seat off too much and all kind of things where I will be doing upgrades, and I'm sure down the line that will get in the way. And this wasn't that expensive from Harley. You can go get this from Harley-Davidson, and you can see it's not taking that long. It's not that difficult to put it on. So let's first get the antenna unplugged, and then we will get it put in. You see these rubber grommets also. When you take the antenna out, there's a plug to plug in a hole for the rubber grommet. Well, that's another thing that I'm going to be installing today from Custom Dynamics, so I'm not worried about that. I got the Custom Dynamics plug lights. I'll be showing you those in just a second. But let's get this installed first. First things first, all right? So right here it says GPS, don't want to unplug that. USB, definitely don't want to unplug that. And it says AM, FM antenna. So I'm just going to pull that out right here. And we're just going to leave it in the bike. We're not going to take it off. It literally would have to run all the way to there. So we're just going to leave it. We're going to zip tie it up somewhere here in the motorcycle. But now we're going to get this one and plug it in. It goes in like so. Let's put it, it was right under here. Try to run it the same way that was ran. I got to find out where this goes. I plugged it in, unplugged the old antenna, plugged this in, and I have to find out where this goes. Basically, it goes somewhere on the bike, and then you roll the antenna out. It goes around it, and that's what gets the reception. So let's look at the directions, because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to get in the way of the amp, and I don't want to mess up. So let's move this out the way. All right, guys. So I found out how it goes. It goes on a Road Glide. It goes on the side right here. This panel, right here, just like that. And then I will route this around to over here and route this around. So I'll show you the diagram in just a second, but I'm gonna clean this off, and it has two-sided tape. I'm gonna clean this off and put this right here. So let's get this stuck on here. Okay, so we got the Velcro on there. Let's get this thing undone here. Try not to cut myself. You know, I actually bought an extra harness because they said I needed it, but I don't need it. So I'm going to take that back. So here we go. This goes on. Sticks on. And it, believe it or not, it is Velcro. When you pull it off, you're like, that's not Velcro, but it's like some super strength type Velcro. Push it down and it really locks it. Okay. So now this, they said, will go like right here. And then, you know, up around here. And then stick somewhere down there. Maybe I didn't go down further enough. So down here, around. It sticks in here somewhere. I don't want to stick it to the speaker pod because I know tomorrow he's going to be taking the speaker pods all out to put some speakers in. So I'm going to just leave this and this one not stuck on there yet, but I will run this one. It goes around to the top and goes over here. I'm just going to run them over there, but I'm not going to stick them down just because I know that he's going to be taking it off again tomorrow and removing the speaker pods to put new speakers in it. Okay guys, so I checked that the weather band works, the radio works, so the antenna works. So now what I'm going to do, since I have this off, I'm just going to go ahead and change out the headlight. All right. Then I'll be spinning the bike around and putting the plugs on and all the other things that's going on the rear of the motorcycle. All right guys, so far we've got the outer fairing taken off. We have the old antenna unplugged, and we have the new wireless, well, the new Harley-Davidson hidden AM/FM antenna put on, with the exception of taping it down because he's going to be removing these speaker pods tomorrow, which I could have waited till he did all this and just went ahead and slid the headlight in and did everything while he was doing that, but I didn't want to get in his way. And plus, you guys probably want to see the video of the bike from start to finish, and I also wanted to do some of the first mods on it myself. Now, with that being said, let's get into this new product that I'm going to be installing on it. Everything is new for me. I've never done anything on a Road Glide before. So today's thing we're going to be installing is the double X LED Road Glide headlight from Custom Dynamics right here. Now you see the headlight here. It is an LED headlight, but let's be honest, Look how cool looking this thing is with the double X's in it. So we have to get that off. And I heard it's a lot brighter. It's bright, this is bright, both of them are bright, but this casts a whole lot further light than that does. So we're gonna see. Yesterday I took a video last night, intentionally focusing on the road. I'll make another video after this is installed on the same route at nighttime as well to see the difference. So let's get it unboxed here. Here's the instructions. We're definitely gonna hold on to these. Usually on a street glide I don't need them because I know what I'm doing, but on this one it's a whole different thing. All right, so check this out. Look at this. This is nice, super nice, super nice. Oh no, look at that right there. Let's get it out of the box completely. Man, that's nice right there. So look at the difference that you're going to see. This one has 2 double X's. This one's nice. It has the bar and shield in the middle there, but I like the running lights that this one has on it with the 2 X's here. So from what I see, I got 1, 2, man, I see up there, I got, okay, so right here, here. Where is it at? Way back in there. Need an extension to get that out. And then we're at here. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So now that I located the screws, I know that there's one back here and one right here. This one's kind of hard to get to, but I'm gonna get this out anyway. So let's go ahead and get it done. The next time I go to Harbor Freight, I need to remind myself that I need to get some Allen key handles. Guys, so we got the headlight out. What do you think? Check that out. Good looking headlight. We got to get this bracket off the top here, and then we got to get the vent trim on each side. So that will be changing this to the new headlight this side. So let's get this off. First of all, it just pulls off. Pulls out just like this. I always squeeze this and push it out. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but that's the way that I've been doing it for a long time. There you go. So that came off. That's going to go on the new headlight. I don't want to get confused, so I want to make sure I do everything in this proper order. So here we go. I'm going to put this on like this, just like that. Okay. Yep. All right. So one was on the front of it, one was on the back. I don't remember which was which. I think this was on the top. Right here. This was on the front. Yep, that's how it was. All right, so now let's get the vent trim off and switched over to the new headlight. And that's the T, the small T. That's the right size right there. Okay, so this is the left side. Put that on the new. All right, so I got that one side in. Let's get the other side off and the other side back on. So we got both sides installed here, and let's go ahead and plug it up here. Plug it in, make sure that snaps in there good. Just like that. All right, guys, so we got the headlight in. Now, I should have made sure that it's working. That is working. Looks good right there. Looks really aggressive. That's what I like about it. It's definitely more time consuming to take the outer fairing of a road glide off than a street glide. But then again, this is my first time, so I probably could do a lot easier and faster. It was an issue of lining everything up. I actually had to put these windshield trim screws, these windshield screws back in, and kind of put them in loosely and make sure I lined everything up, then put everything back in, then took them out again, then put that back on. So looks good. All right, guys. So we got the headlight change. We got the wireless. So we got the headlight change. We got the antenna delete up underneath the fairing, and not gonna change the headlight and leave these like that, right? So we got the custom dynamic pro beam LED turn signals, the ones with the halo rings around them. So we're gonna get these off and get these new ones put in. And we have nice new smoke lenses to get these amber colored lenses off of there. First thing you want to do, I've done this several times before, you want to get a flathead screwdriver. Use this little notch on the side here. Pop that off. Push in the lamp, pull it out, and it'll have dielectric grease on it. And several times before, I wipe out the dielectric grease, and people will make a comment saying, "Why did you do that?" If you read the instructions, it says wipe out the dielectric grease because these LED lights don't like dielectric grease. So wipe that out there. let's open the front. Get the front put on now. I put it in, it fit and it was snug when I turned it, but it was in incorrectly. Because when I turned it on, the signal light didn't come on. So if it happens to you, make sure you just take it back out and make sure you got it in right. Even though it might lock in, it might not lock in correctly. So take it back out, make sure everything's lined up, put it back in. And I already tested it, but let me show you what it looks like. So there it is. Here it is with the turn signal. All right. Definitely looks different. Running lights, white right here, amber over there with the amber lens. Getting rid of that makes the whole front look a whole lot cleaner in the front. So let's change that last one out, and then we'll go to the back of the motorcycle. Turn that on. Let you see what it looks like. Turn signals. Everything looks good. Let's move on to the back and do what we need to do. All right. Okay, so we got the man, the motorcycle was dirty. I was out riding last night and the ground was a little wet, and that was the only time I could do it, so I can always wash the bike. But we had the front done. We got to get these turn signals changed out, or brake lights changed out, and get this antenna off. That was it was all about. But we're going to be adding back lights right here and getting rid of these plugs too, putting new plug lights in. So that's what we're doing next. All right, so let's get this saddlebag off. Set it to the side. Nothing to unplug. It's really easy. Guys, I'm kind of digging those short bags. I might even put some of them on my street glide, which I had them on my street glide, right? Because it was a standard, so they came with short bags. But I like the way they look, especially if you got a wheel or something on the back. You can see the back wheel a whole lot better with the short bags. Got both of the saddlebags off. It's time to get this antenna bracket off here. So that comes off just real easy with one screw. Maybe it don't. This off here. Red lens. My rag here, also because it's probably hot. Push in, pull it out. Get that off there. Wipe out the dielectric grease if there is any. Okay. Put this in. I think that's right there. Let's see. Yep, first time. Turn this. Get my lens. Changing everything to smoke on the rear. Man, I gotta get this reflector off too. That is not an easy task to get that off. But it's coming off. All right, so the progress report of everything is done. We have the antenna delete done almost to, you know, well, that is actually done. Antenna's tucked away. The antenna's taken off. The grommets are moved. We have the headlight put in. We have the front fairing put back on. And now we have the turn signals in the rear done, the turn signals in the front done. I still need to get this reflector off. I might not do that today, but let's go ahead and get this off. I always take these off when I get a new motorcycle. There's certain things I take off when I get a new bike. The reflectors and this seat strap. Never leave that on. That won't be going back on the bike. Oh, get that off. Look at that. There's nothing done to the motorcycle. Nothing underneath the seat. Hey guys, so underneath the seat's going the magic strobe. That makes all the brakes in the rear of the bike strobe when you hit the brake. Had that on my last bike, on my Street Glide. Here is the plug and play plugs. Remember, I just took the antenna off, so that goes there. And that's going to turn that into a run and brake light. And here's the bag lights. It's going to go on the saddlebags, which are over there. While I have the seat off, I'm going to hook these up as well, then run those. And here's the harness that goes to make the okay, the harness goes to the antenna grommet lights. Yeah, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's get started. First things first. First things first would be to locate the harness going to the rear of the bike. No, first things first would be to take the antenna grommets and take these out and go ahead and pop them in and get them running to the front. Then we'll get the wiring harness together. Brown is to the right. Purple is to the left. So let's get it. Get this undone here. Okay, now there we go. Goes in just like that. And it pushes in, stays in, real easy. And what I'm going to do is run these along the wires, which is a whole lot of excessive wire. It didn't have to be this long, but I'm going to run this along the wires. I'll probably zip tie it somewhere back here. I'm going to zip tie it and then run this up, and I'll take the side cover off and come up right here, up under here, and attach to that. So let's go ahead and get that other side plugged in first. So I got the magic strobe out of the box, and if you want your brake lights to flash, you make sure that everything on the back side of the magic strobe that's going out the back of the magic strobe. If you don't want your brake lights to flash, any of your desired brake lights, you don't want them to flash, you make sure they're in front of the magic strobe. So you find the wiring that's going to the rear of the bike, and it's right here. So all I'm going to do, is unplug it and plug this right in line with it. This goes right here, and this goes right here. Now here's the thing, it's not going to go there yet because I have to plug in the harness for the plugs and also the harness for the lights going to the back, the bag lights. Okay, so plugging that in right in line here, so that goes here. So that's it. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the pack. These are my LED bag lights, LED bags, so they are the sequential ones too. So they'll be run, brake, and turn. And I'm going to go ahead and plug them in line too, because I want them on the back side of the magic strobe. So let's go ahead and open them up and get the wiring harness out. Now, how do I know these things? It's because I did all this on my other motorcycle. So if you're trying to follow the instructions, then it's kind of hard to listen to me since we're doing multiple things at once. You have to go back and check the rest of the videos, because I actually did all those single videos showing you how to install that. So let's get this harness put in right here. Now this looks like a mess, don't it, with all this stuff? But it's not. It's real easy. Daisy chaining one thing to the next. That's pretty much it. And you're interrupting the line. So now this is going right here. That's it. We're going to put this one in here. And now we're going to connect it to the bike. There you go. So we got our magic strobe first, we got our plugs, and then we have our bag lights. And then we're going to get all that tidied up and put nicely underneath the seat. Let's go ahead and run our plugs. We're going to use the same route as these wires here. And in the wire holders, we're going to put zip ties to make room for the extra wires. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now that's through there. And it plugs in to this harness, which is right here. What side is this? Left side. Left is purple. There we go. Cool. Now let's do the other side. Alright. So now let's get this saddlebag light on. You've seen this several times. You've seen this several times before. So, man, I promise you, this has to be like the 10th set of these I put on my bike, my family's bike. So, go back and check those videos out, guys. Get that on there. Main thing is trying to get this thing straight. Get down to the rock seat. So that looks pretty straight. Same spots here. Put this first one here. Second one here. And the third one right here. So they provide these little things to stick on your saddlebags to run the wire on the side. Get all three of them. So technically this is the number 2 video for the Road Glide. Number 1 was the base video showing you everything stock. So this is number 2. Number 3 will be starting soon, in just a minute after I close this one out. So everything that I did, I changed out the headlight, changed out the turn signals, put the antenna delete on, and saddlebag lights, brake lights, well, turn signal, brake lights, and magic strobe, and the plugs. So I did a lot so far, but the day ain't over with. So I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully you stick around for the next video. It'll be uploaded pretty soon, or if you're already watching this a couple days later, I plan on putting them out pretty much back to back. So before I go, let me just show you the bike. Sun's still out, but I'll just do a 360 right here while it's still on the thing with all the lights flashing. So let's do it. Looks a lot better. Let's put it on high beams. I'm going to give you a full light comparison soon. Turn the flashers off. See, they are white running lights now. Let's turn it all the way around to the back. All right. So here's the back. Tail lights, run, brake, turn. There's smoke lenses, the antenna delete. So I got the plugs now, and the bag lights. Let me show you. That's the turn signal. It's sequential, so they run out this way. See the turn signal here, and the turn signal where the plugs are. So there's no ugly grommets in there anymore. And you know, just getting rid of that antenna just really makes me happy. I hate the way that antenna looks. This is coming off soon. These things are just to hold the tag on, and I'll find something better for that license plate. And yeah, I'm really happy the way it turned out. But I don't have time to stop. I got way more to do before the sun goes down. I got about another 2 hours worth of work before the sun goes down. So let's get to it. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Make sure you check out all the custom dynamic products. And if you are interested in these grommets, you're going to need that antenna delete. So make sure you check that out at your Harley-Davidson dealership. All right, guys. Again, keep gliding. And as always, have a blessed day.